Sweet. So first thing we're going to do is draw an image. So if I've got angles A, B, C, D, and E, what shape should I use? A pentagon. If it has 5 corners, right? I need a pentagon. So I can put that in there. And then I'm just going to label them A, B, C, and D. Oh, wait, I did that wrong. Corners, C, D, and E, right? So we took care of the first thing, draw an image. We took care of the second thing. Oh, wait, no, we didn't take care of the second thing. How many sides does that shape have? 5. And how many angles? 5. How do I find the sum of the interior angles? What math do I have to do? $360 divided by 5 would give me the exterior angle, and I want the interior angle. So can I do n minus 2 times 180?
Yeah.
Okay, and what's my n? What does that represent? The number of sides. So in the calculator, we're going to do 5 minus 2 times 180. And what do you get when you do that? 540. Perfect. Any questions on that? We're looking for the sum of the interior angles. The fastest way to do it is n minus 2 times 180. We could definitely find the exterior angle and then find the interior angle and then multiply by 5 if we wanted to, but that seems like a lot of extra work. So what would we do for question 2? Label all the angles. So what I'm looking for is the interior angle of ABC. I'm looking for that one. How many angles are there? 10. Perfect. So how do I find one interior angle? I found the sum in the first problem. How do I find one interior angle? There's a couple of choices. So I can do n minus 2 times 180 divided by n, or divide what? You could divide 360 by n minus 2, or you could divide 360 by the number of sides to get the exterior angle. 360 divided by n is going to give you the exterior angle. So you either need to do this pink equation down here, or you need to do the blue equation. It doesn't matter which one we use. Which one do we want to use? Okay, so if we do the blue equation, we do 10 minus 2 times 180 divided by 10. And what did you get, Mariah? 144. That is 100% my answer right here, 144. If we do the pink equation, 360 divided by 10 gives me what? 36. And 36 plus that the other angle, so interior plus exterior equals 180. So 36 plus 144 equals 180. So it doesn't matter which way you do it, your answer is 144. And these just kind of take a minute to kind of think through. Yeah, it's not that hard. Once you get the pattern. Yeah. So what about the quadrilateral? What should all of those angles in the quadrilateral add up to? If they were regular, they would be 90, right? So they add up to 360, right? And if they were regular, they'd all be 90. This is a trapezoid, so they're not 90 because they're not a rectangle or a square. But we can 100% make an equation out of this. 3x plus x plus 25 plus 95 plus 80 equals 360. So how do I solve that equation? So I've got to combine my x's. So 3x and 1x is 4x. And then I've got to combine my numbers. So 25, 95, and 80 make what? A big number, for sure. Do we have an exact big number?
I would say 120. I think 120.
Put it in a calculator, double check.
200.
200, 220. So double check it because I see a 95 and a 25. So I think it's going to end in a 0. Ah. Okay. Now, how do I solve that equation? Yep. Divided by 160 or divided by 4? So what's x equal? 40. Love it. That is the answer because it's asking me what x is. If it was asking me angle L, I'd have to substitute that back in to get 120. Or if it's asking me angle K, I'd have to substitute that back in to get 65. So what about this green page? Question number 4. Is it a 4-sided shape that would be 360? Or is it another number of sides? How many sides in that shape? So how many total degrees? How do we find how many total degrees that shape has? N minus 2 times 180. So what is n minus 2 times 180 if my n is 6? 720. Oh no. So if my total angle measure is 720, how do I figure out u? How many angles are 150? 2 of them. So I have to subtract that twice. Minus 150 and minus 150, right? And then what else do I know? What else can I subtract out? The 2 90s. So sometimes people only see one of those 90 degrees. So I'm glad you saw both of them, minus 90 and minus 90. So we found the total interior angle sum. We're subtracting out all of our given angles. So in the calculator, you're going to do 720 minus 150 minus 150 minus 90 minus 90, and you get 240. So that 240 is for both angles U and V. So if we start with the total, because I've got a 90 degrees at Z and a 90 degrees at W. And we do the 150 twice because we've got a 150 at y and a 150 at x. So we're starting with the total and we're subtracting out the 4 angles that we know. So that 240 is angle U plus angle V. So if I know U and V are exactly the same, right? U and V are exactly the same. How do I figure out which each of them is? We're going to divide by 2. So 240 divided by 2 equals what? 120. So I think these problems are kind of fun to think through in like a weird way. They're kind of gratifying once you get to the end. Because it's not hard work. It's just a little bit of problem solving to get there. Does anybody need more time? Oh, thanks, Mariah.
Yeah.
Sorry, Victoria. What about slide 5? There's no picture here. What kind of picture can I draw to help me? A triangle. Does it say it's a triangle? A polygon is any shape with sides and angles. So it's definitely regular. So all the sides are the same. But what does that 160 refer to? It talks about the interior angle. So I'm going to draw an angle that I think looks like it's about 160. And I'm going to label it interior. Right? So if you have your snowflakes handy, you can look at your octagon, right? If I know the interior angle is 160, what's the exterior angle? 20, right? And if I know all of the exterior angles equal 360 degrees, can I do 360 divided by that exterior angle equals the number of sides? So instead of a triangle or a quadrilateral or a nonagon or a decagon, this is an 18agon. And the bigger the number of sides, the bigger that interior angle. It's never going to actually equal 180 because it can't be flat, but it's going to get pretty darn close. Aren't you glad I'm not asking you to draw an 18-sided shape? Yeah, I think I would cry too. I don't think I could do it. I would draw a circle.
There you go.
So let's look at slide 7 because slide 7 does have a picture. We're going to do the exact same thing. So here we're given an interior angle and we're asked the number of sides. So what's the easiest way to do that? Yeah, if I know the interior angle, can I find the exterior angle?
Yeah.
What's the exterior angle? Because we know they have to add up to 180. And then if I know 45, what can I do with 360 in order to find the number of sides? Some of you will be able to see that, and some of you will not. So there is an octagon hiding under that. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The mathematical way to find that is this equation. So I don't want to go too fast and leave anybody behind, but I feel like everybody's got it, at least everybody who's communicating with me. For number 5, what did we get for a final answer for number 5? You're good. Anybody else need anything? This is your time to communicate. Okay, let's go to number 7. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. How would we do number 7?
Looks like an octagon.
It does look like an octagon, and we can definitely count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It is 8 sides. So what math do I have to do?
You have to do n times. N minus 8 times 360.
Are we finding interior angles or exterior angles? So I love that formula. N minus 2 times 180 gives me interior angles.
Yeah.
It says the regular octagon, what is the value of x?
Okay, so but we're looking for the exterior angle, so you're looking for exterior.
So how do I find the exterior angle?
Oh, the formula up there, right?
Do we do that? I mean, we could. Is there an easier way? What do all the exterior angles add up to? 360. So 360 divided by the number of sides gives me the exterior angle. Just like 360 divided by the exterior angle gives me the number of sides. So if I know this is 8, then this is 45. And it's definitely just a couple of formulas we need to remember and kind of keep interior and exterior straight. Exterior angles are always easiest to find. So what would we do for number 8? It is a polygon. What kind of polygon is it? Absolutely. We're looking for an exterior angle. Exterior, you always want to think 360. 360 divided by 5 is going to be 72. And that was one of our snowflakes. The pentagon, the hexagon, and the octagon are the ones that appear the most often. So that's why we did those for our snowflakes. What about number 9?
So you can find the exterior angle first. So you would do 5 minus n times 180. Right?
We're going to do n minus 2 times 180 is going to find our interior angle. So 5 minus 2 times 180. 540 seems like a lot. I've got 5 of them, so now I've got to divide by 5.
So 540 divided by 5? 108.
Nice.
Yeah, that's 108.
And then how do I find that exterior angle, the x?
Subtract it from 180, right?
Sure. 180 minus 108 equals
72.
72. Everybody got that? So we can find the exterior angle by doing 360 divided by the number of sides. We can find the interior angle either by finding its supplement or by doing n minus 2 times 180 and then dividing by the number of sides again.
So 108 is the interior angle, right?
108 is the y and the 72 is the x. And it's just like when we had our pentagon and we were talking about the interior and the exterior angle, right? We've got an interior angle of 108 and an exterior angle of 72. We ready to go to number 10?
Yes, I have number 2. Yeah, me either. I'm thinking really long now.
Okay, so number 10, think about your snowflakes, right? I've got a 5-sided shape and a 6-sided shape, and they're connected. And what I want is that exterior angle outside both shapes. So we've gotten kind of good at separating these kinds of things. So can I find the exterior angle of the pentagon and then the exterior angle of the hexagon and then just add them up?
Yeah.
Yeah, because all I want is this whole thing, right? So how do I find the exterior angle of the pentagon, of the 5-sided shape? Yeah, absolutely. Which is what? So this angle here is 72. And then what's the exterior angle of the 6-sided shape? 60 is perfect. So if I've got 72 from the pentagon and 60 from the hexagon, what is it total?
132.
Boom. So what looks like a super complicated problem at the beginning really isn't that hard. You just have to be able to break it up into its parts. Questions, worries, concerns, stresses? Okay. Question number 12, what do I do here?
You have to make a shape, basically.
What shape do I make?
I think that's a square.
So if the exterior angle is 90 degrees, then the interior angle would also have to be 90 degrees, which means, yeah, I think that's a square. And you are correct. It says how many sides? So the answer is 4. And a regular polygon with 4 sides is for sure a square every time. But what do we do for slide 12?
Here. Mean the interior angle.
So what is the total of the interior angles?
Is it a messed up polygon?
It is a mixed up polygon. It's a messed up pentagon, right?
Yes, Pentagon.
It is an irregular pentagon. So how many total degrees should there be in a pentagon? 540, because we do that 5 minus 2 times 180, right? And because it's not regular, I can't just divide by 5 and get 108. But I do know 110 and 92 and 152 and 104. So we've got to subtract all of those out. You could add them all together for sure and then subtract them.
Yeah.
And what number did you get?
82.
Okay. Okay. I know it's faster for me to write. I know I am cheating. I've been using my computer so much though it's getting tired. I feel like I'm breaking my personal computer with all this virtual learning. It's making me frustrated. My space bar is like not wanting to work today. Do they? Yeah, I think the school system is definitely going to see that we're going to go through technology They're going to have to replace these Chromebooks and stuff because everybody's using them all day long. Wow, you got a good one. Are we ready for our last slide? Slide 14 is the end. This is the end. And then I'm going to give you directions and we're going to be done with class. Yeah, we're going to talk about 2 things and I'll let you go early. So question number 13, a figure is composed of a regular pentagon and a rectangle. What is the measure of angle X? So if you think about our pentagons that we made, right? Instead of having the exterior angle come straight off the end, the exterior angle is divided in half. Got half the exterior angle on the left side and half the exterior angle on the right side. So how would I calculate X? What would we have to do there? I'd have to find what?
Wait. Could we just do the rectangle?
Sure. What do you want to do with a rectangle? These 3 angles, angle 1, angle 2, and angle 3 will definitely add up to 180.
Right. And then I think they're all.
Can I find that interior angle right here? What's that interior angle?
Oh.
What's the interior angle of that pentagon?
Is it 90?
If it was a square, it would be 90.
Is it 108?
Is it 108? I think it is 108. Why is it 108?
Because whenever you find like how much it is, like how many angles there are,
Exactly. So we got to do 540 to get that n minus 2 times 180 and then divide it by 5. And that's going to give me the 108. So if the pink part is 108, and I know those 2 purple pieces are n and n, and I know they've got a total 180, how do I solve that equation? Mm-hmm.
36.
Perfect. So each of those purple angles are going to be 36. 36. And that's it. I can. And slide number 5. I'll go past slide number 5 as well.
Can you go through the first 5?
I can, absolutely. So does everybody have 13? Okay. I need to slow down to matrix speed. I've been told all my life I go too fast. It's bad. It makes me skip steps sometimes. Yeah. Usually it's worked out for me, but sometimes it hasn't worked out so well. Some things are good to be fast in. Language for me, like I tried to learn French, I tried to learn Spanish, I tried to learn German. I could never do it because I never wanted to go through all the basic stuff. I just wanted to jump straight to like proficiency. Yeah, no, I don't remember anything of German, and I took it for like 3 years. I stunk at languages. It was so hard for me. I had to work so much harder.
My sister took Latin for 4 years, and she literally just remembers her name and can speak quiet Latin. So.
Wow.
I told her
Wow.
she took all of it and actually listened. She said no.
So I'm going to click back up through our slides. Maybe. I got slide 12 was 82. Slide 11 was 4. Question number 10 was 132. We added those exterior angles. And honestly, I'm making a video of all of this, so I'll upload that and you can watch the video and go back through these. So you don't need to feel like you need to rush and get them right now. Number 9 was 108 and 72. We had to find the interior and exterior angles. They're supplementary, so they add up to 180. Number 8 was just 360 divided by the number of sides is 72. Number 7 was similar. 360 divided by 8 is 45, because we're trying to find that exterior angle. Exterior angles are always easier to find. Slide number 6, n equaled 8, because we found the exterior angle and then did 360 divided by the angle gives us the number of sides. Interior and exterior angles add up to 180. So this was number 5. Bryce, are you good? Victoria, are you good?
I need the ones from 1 through 5.
Up from this? Okay. So for this one, we found the total with n minus 2 times 180. So 180 times 6 minus 2, 180 times 4 gave us the 720. And then we subtracted out the 4 angles that we knew. So 720 minus 90, 720 minus 150, minus 150, and minus 90. That gave us 240. So the 240 degrees are for the U and for the V together. We had to then divide that by 2 in order to find one of the angles. So you find your total angle degrees for the whole shape, subtract out the things that you know, and then divide it by the number of angles that you have that are congruent. Everybody good with that one? Question number 4 was a quadrilateral. So we know quadrilaterals of any shape are always going to add up to 360 degrees. You can remember a square has 4 right angles, or a rectangle has 4 right angles. 4 times 90 is 360. We're going to have to do the same thing though, because this isn't regular. We're going to have to make an algebra problem. So we added up all the angles, we combined like terms, 4x plus 200 equals 360, and then solved that equation, and x must equal 40. And then question number 2, we wanted to find this one orange interior angle, angle ABC. So we knew it had 10 sides and 10 angles. So we found the total angle measure and then divided by 10. So the whole shape has 1440 degrees in it. Divided among 10 equal angles, that orange angle equals 144. N minus 2 times 180 divided by the number of sides, or the number of angles in this case. We could have found the exterior angle, right? 360 divided by 10 is going to give us 36. So the exterior angle is 36. So the supplement of that is 144. So you can either do this big complicated formula, or you can do 360 divided by the number of angles gives you the exterior angle, and then the exterior angle plus the interior angle should equal 180. So just some kind of choices there. And then our very first question was about a polygon that had 5 sides and 5 corners. So if it has 5 sides and 5 corners, we're going to do n minus 2 times 180. That's to find the total interior angle measures. So all those angles A, B, C, and D are going to add up to 540 degrees. N minus 2 times 180. N minus 2 times 180. Questions?
Wait.
Slow down, slow down, slow down.
She said she's recording it.
For no reason? What are you talking about for no reason?
Not going back to watch this when I have it right now.
I feel you on that. Y'all good? Okay. So I will upload that after class. What I'd like to do is talk about a couple of things. So let's go into here. I'll talk about the assignment for tomorrow first. So tomorrow and Thursday, I guess that's going to be, we're going to talk about dream house floor plans. So if you open up this assignment, you can look at it now. Make sure it's there. Maybe. Oh, and I definitely need to add the link. So let me add that. I thought I did this all last night. So many clicks. I never get them all right for every class. I think Schoology is now being slow. What is that?
You said this is what we're going to be doing tomorrow.
This is what we're going to be doing tomorrow. So let me upload this so you can access it. Basically, what you're going to do is you're going to put together a whole bunch of polygons and make a dream house. So I want you to think about what you would want in your dream house. Do you want a movie theater in it? Do you want a cool outside deck with a big flat screen TV? Do you want a pool? Do you want a giant master bedroom that overlooks the ocean? Like, what do you want in your crazy dream house? I think that should be good. So if you refresh your screen, can you click on it now? Yes. Wow, this is taking such a long time. I wonder if it's my internet or if it's Schoology. So tomorrow, when you come into class, I'm going to put you into groups, and your task in groups is going to be to use these 4 shapes, right? These are the shapes that we use in geometry that are flat 2D shapes: triangles, quadrilaterals, pentagons, trapezoids, hexagons, and circles. You need one of each of these shapes, and you're going to design a 7-room house. You're going to put your drawing here. So if you want to do it digitally, you can just click here and then add in shapes, like I added the Pentagon on that first question that we just did. Or if you want to do it, on paper, you can use those little shapes that I gave you. I don't know if you guys still have those from like the very first or second materials bag, the yellow hexagon, and I think it was like a blue triangle and a red square. You can use those. Those fit together perfectly. Not only are they all regular shapes, but they fit together. They're designed to fit together perfectly. So either draw it out on paper or draw it in this Google drawing right here. You're just going to click and a Google drawing will open. But then what you're going to do, hopefully, is you're going to make a plan tonight and in the rest of the remaining minutes of class today, so that when you get into your groups, the group can decide on which floor plan they like the best. And then tomorrow, what I want you to do is use those formulas to calculate the area and the perimeter of each room. So you're going to find the area and the perimeter of each room of your picture. But I want to know what each of those are. Like, do you have a triangular bedroom? Do you have a hexagon bathroom? Do you have a trapezoid movie theater? Do you have a circular swimming pool or hot tub? Like, what are these components in your dream house? Okay. So that's what I want you to put here is what room and what shape are they? Okay. And then tomorrow you're going to find the area and the perimeter for each of those shapes. And then you'll be able to finish it up on Thursday. Questions on that? I've lost all my pictures. Questions? Definitely think big. Think about like the homes that you searched in that Secure Yourself project. What kind of shaped rooms does Pharrell have in his house over at the Lynn Haven Inlet? What are some of the weird shapes that you might see in houses down in Sandbridge or up in Allenton? Okay. The last thing that I wanted to talk about is grades. So the semester closes, the quarter closes, I can't even believe it, next week on Thursday. My grade book is going to close next Monday. So 6 days from now, the grade book is going to close. I just updated my second blocks class. So I'm going to do yours right now. By 3 or 4 o'clock, your grades should be updated. If you're missing anything, those grades need to be done. So if you haven't done the catapult, if you haven't done the hologram projector, if you haven't finished the slides from today, if you haven't finished, I don't even know what other grades we've got in this class. But if you haven't finished anything, they need to be finished by Monday. Okay, any questions on that? And then we'll go on break and we won't have any assignments on break. No homework over break. That is a really good question. And I'm not sure I have a calendar on hand that I can tell you the answer to that. Does anybody know offhand when break starts? I think technically we have class on Tuesday the 22nd. So Monday the 21st and Tuesday the 22nd, and then Wednesday the 23rd is the official first day of break.
I don't understand. Why wouldn't they give us the whole week off? Like, that's what I need.
Yeah, I think we've had this conversation before. It boils down to the number of days that you have to be in school in order for Virginia Beach to be like a qualified high school program. So we'll try to do something fun on the 22nd. I don't know what it'll be, but hopefully it'll be something fun. You are welcome to leave. Go design your dream home floor plans, though. Think about them at least, okay? And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Trayshawn, Aaron, do you guys have questions? No. Okay.